Friends, welcome to my channel. So in this video I am going to give you revision notes of Cbse class 12th Microeconomics chapter 3 production and costs. So in first, production, it is primarily concerned with the transformation of resources into commodities. Production function, physically inputs are used in production function. A firm's production function describes the relationship between output and production factors used in the manufacturing process. The production function is expressed by using this following formula, that is Q is equal to F into x1 in comma x2. Where Q is equal to final units of output x1 and x2 are the amount of production factor 1 and amount of production factor 2 respectively. The above equation shows that production factor 1 and 2 can be used to produce the final units of output. Types of production functions. There are two types of production functions. First one is short-run production function. In this production function, one production factor is a variable while the others are fixed. As a result, the law of return of a factor is applied. It is also referred as the variable proportion type of production function. Types also they may ask. Next is long run production function. All production factors are variables in this production functions. As a result, the law of time diminishing returns to scale is applied. It is also referred to as the constant proportion type of production function. It is also known as constant proportional type of production function. The production or total physical product, the total is the sum of the final units of output produced by a firm using a given amount of input or over a given time of period. Total production is equal to summation qx. The formula above depicts the relationship between variable factor of production and the total output. So here is the graph they have given. Here x-axis, so x-axis again units and inputs used per period of time and output per period of time, qm and a. So it is a total curve. Here example they have given. Next, average production. The average production is the variable factors per unit production, that is AP is equal to TP by variable input. So marginal production, it refers to the change in the total product resulting from the employment of an additional unit of variable factor. In other words, you can also say that it is the contribution of each additional units of variable factor to input. Marginal product of an input is equal to change in total product by change in variable product. So now relationship between total, average and marginal product is MP. Marginal product is equal to delta TP total product by average, here delta n, that is MPN is equal to TPN minus TPN minus 1. Here when TP rises at the increasing rate, MP rises as well. When MP decreases as TP increases at the TP increases at the decreasing rate, and when TP is at maximum, when TP is at its maximum, MP will become 0, and when TP starts to fall, MP also becomes negative. It will be like this. Labor, let us take one. Let us take an example. Labor is there one. Okay, so MP marginal profit, it will, let us take it as 2. TP, let us take it as 2, and AP, it will be also 2, so therefore 2 by 2. Okay, next the MP by TP, that is 2, 3, 5 will be, TP is 5, so 5 half 2.5, add FP, let us take it as 3, 4, AP is the 4, light is TP, so AP will be 3, add here example they have given, right? So you can see, so when MP is greater than AP will also increase. When MP is equal to AP is maximum and constant. When MP is less than AP also gets decreased, and when MP is can be 0 or negative, but AP remains positive. AP rises even when MP falls, but MP should be higher than AP. Next is return to a factor. Return to a factor, it describes the output behavior when only one variable factor of production is increased in the short run while fixed factors remains constant. Law of variable proportion. The law of variable proportion states that when more and more units of variable factors are used to increase output initially increases at an increasing rate before falling. So it will be like this: TPP, first phase will be increase, second phase will be also increase, third phase will be decrease. But in MPP, first phase it will be little bit increasing, second phase it will be decreasing. First, let us see stage 1. Stage 1 of increasing return of a factor is TP increases at an every increasing rate. Initially, as more units of variable factors are combined with fixed factor, total physical production increases at an increasing rate and MP rises. The following are the reasons for the increased return, that is underutilization of fixed factor, indivisibility of factor, increased efficiency of variable factor. These are the reasons for the increased return. Next is stage 2, stage of diminishing return to factor, that is TP increases at a decreasing rate as more units of variable factor are combined with fixed factor. Total product increases at a decreasing rate while MP decreases but remains positive at the end of this phase. TP is at its maximum and MP is 0. The causes of diminishing returns is best use of fixed factor, unsatisfactory factor substitutability. Stage 3 is stage of negative return of a factor. TP falls as more units of variable factor are combined with fixed factor. Total output begins to fall and marginal product before negative. The cause of negative return is inadequate coordination between fixed and variable factors, excessive use of fixed factors. Next is economic cost. Economic cost is the sum of explicit and implicit costs. Next is explicit cost. The actual money spent by a firm on the purchase and hiring of factor input for production is referred to as explicit cost. These are recorded in accounting books, for example, wage payments, rent, interest payments, raw material payments, and more. Implicit cost is also important. These are the important definitions. 1 or 2 marks they may ask. Implicit cost. Here, this is the cost of self-owned production resources used in manufacturing process, or the estimated value of input supplied by the owner. These are not recorded in the accounting books. Normal profit. This is the bare maximum minimum need to keep the producers in business. In other words, it is the entrepreneur's minimum supply. It is a price. It is also known as an entrepreneur's wages. Next is total cost. It refers to the total amount of money spent by the company on producing a given quantity of a commodity. The total cost is sum of the total fixed and variable cost. That is, TC is equal to TFC plus TVC, or TC is equal to AC into Q. TFC is equal to TC minus TVC, or TFC is equal to AFC into Q. Features of this total fixed cost is it remains constant at all output levels. Even at zero output level also it remains constant. It is not zero. As a result, the TFC curve is parallel to x-axis. Total cost at zero output level equals total fixed cost. Price like this, it will be price units, total cost, variable cost, fixed cost. Total variable cost, it is the cost that varies with the amount of output produced. It is zero at the output level of zero. The TVC curve is perpendicular to the TC curve, excluding raw material cost, power expenses, and so on. TVC is equal to TC minus TFC, or TVC is equal to AVC into Q is the formula. Features of this total variable cost is when the output is zero, it is zero. It rises in proportion to the increase in output. Initially, TVC grows at a diminishing rate due to increasing returns, but later it grows at the increasing rate due to diminishing returns. Next is average cost. It is the cost of producing a commodity per unit. It is the sum of average fixed and variable cost. Average fixed cost is of producing a commodity per unit. AC is equal to TC by Q, or AC is equal to AFC plus AVC, or AFC is equal to TFC by Q, or AFC is equal to AC minus AVC is the formula. Next features of AFC is as output increases, AFC decreases. A rectangular hyperbola is the shape of the AFC curve. It cannot cross the x or y axis. Like this, it will be cost output AFC curve. Next is average variable cost. It is the variable cost of producing a commodity per unit. Because of the law of variable proportion, AVC is U-shaped. AVC is equal to TVC by Q, or AVC is equal to AC minus AFC. FC is equal to delta TC by delta Q, or FCN is equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. FCN is equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. FC is equal to delta TVC by delta Q is the formula. Next, relationship between short term cost is the total cost curve and the total variable cost curve remains parallel. Total fixed cost is equal to the vertical distance between these two curves. The total fixed cost curve remains parallel to x-axis, while the total TVC curve remains parallel to total cost curve. Like this, it will be the graph. TC plus VC plus FC will be up. Next VC and Q. Next FC, Q, Y axis. Okay. Relationship between MC and AVC. MC is smaller than AVC. AVC falls. MC is equal to AVC. AVC is minimum and constant. MC is greater than AVC. AVC rises. MC curve cuts AVC curve at its lowest point. Both curve or U shaped and starts from same point. Like this, it will be cost per unit of output, minimum, marginal cost, average variable cost, outputs. So relationship between MC and AC: when AC falls, MC is smaller than AC. When AC rises, MC is greater than AC. When AC is constant and minimum, MC is equal to AC. Revenue is the amount of money earned from the sale of a product. Total revenue is the total amount of money received by a company from the sale of a specific number of units of a commodity. TR is equal to AR into QR. TR is equal to summation of QR is the formula. Sorry, MR. Uh, TP is equal to price into quantity sold. Price is equal to AR. So average revenue is the revenue received per unit from the sale of commodity. The average revenue equals the price. The price of the commodity per unit is also referred to as AR. AR is equal to TR by Q, or P into Q by Q is equal to P is equal to price. When more units of output is sold, marginal revenue is added to total revenue. MR is equal to TR by delta Q, or M or N is equal to T or N is equal minus T or N minus 1 is the formula. The relationship between AR, AR and MR when more quantity sold at the same price under perfect competition is: at the levels of output, average revenue and marginal revenue remains constant and the AR and MR curves are parallel to the x-axis. ER is equal to MR. P total revenue grows at the constant rate. The MR is constant and the TR curve is a positively sloped straight line through the origin. Relationship between TR, AR and MR when more quantity by sold at the lower price, or there is monopoly or monopolistic competition in the market. In the market, a slope of average revenue and marginal revenue curve is negative. The MR curve is located beneath the AR curve. MR is greater than AR. Or B, marginal curve revenue declines twice as fast as average revenue. MR is equal to 1 by 2 AR. As long as marginal revenue is decreasing and positive, total revenue increases at a decreasing rate. Total revenue is at its highest when marginal revenue is 0, and when marginal revenue becomes negative, TR begins to fall. Now let us know the relationship between AR and MR. General relationship, let us know. AR is maximum and constant when MR is equal to AR. MR can be negative but not AR. When MR is smaller than AR falls. When TR rises at an increasing rate, MR and AR rise as well. Concept of producer's equilibrium: it refers to the stage in which the producer is making the most profit for the least amount of money and has no incentive to increase or decrease the level of output. MR and MC methodology: according to this approach, the conditions of producer equilibrium are MC is equal to MR and also AR is equal to MR. So AR is equal to MR is equal to MC, MC should be on the rise. At the point of equilibrium, the MC curve should cut the MR curve from below. Next, normal profit: there is no profit, no loss situation that occurs when P is equal to AC. It is the minimum return on investment that a producer expects from his capital in the business. Break even point: it happens when AR is equal to AC or when TR is equal to TC. At this point, the firm generate no economic profit or normal profit, or we can say it is simple covering all of its expenses. Shutdown profit: this occurs when a company only covers its variable cost In this case, the company suffers a loss of fixed cost. TR is smaller than TVC or AR is smaller than AVC. Supply: the amount of commodity that a firm or seller is willing to sell at different prices during a given period of time is referred to as supply. So okay friends, this was the revision notes of chapter Microeconomy, Production and Cost, chapter 3 Microeconomics. So if this and it was revision notes. So if this video was helpful to you, please give a like and also share my video with your friends, and also do comments if you have any doubts or also if you need any help in studies. So the friends, I see you in my next video. Till then, take care, have a nice day, bye my dear friends.